like I say, the 3-1 does not, this is not a very accurate score line. I mean, it does not reflect what happened on the pitch. This could have been 6-0, quite easily. I think the match in Manchester, could have easily been sort of, 2-7. I mean, we had so many chances there as well. There's absolutely no doubt that we were just by far the better side. And like I say, just a really celebratory evening in the Bernabeu. In terms of takeaways and players, I mean, we can do this quickly. Courtois, couple of good saves, had a quiet night. I mean, you would never expect this against City. Quiet night, but played well. That he had a couple of good saves, and when he was called upon, he was there. Rudiger was very solid, and it was great to see him back. I found he had an easy match. I mean, I don't think he was very good, very solid, did everything right, but I just don't think that he was tested very much. If you notice, most of the City attack came on the other side. Most of the City attack was coming on the Fede Asensio side of things. So, Rudiger, I think, had an easy night, but he was very good. It was really wonderful to see him back. He should have been substituted earlier. We're going to talk about this because he should have been substituted. I don't think Rudiger coming off an injury, there was no need to keep him on for 90 minutes. I thought that was just ridiculous. Asensio was brilliant, and I'm getting really tired of having to repeat this week after week. This is one of the great discoveries of the year, and this player is saving our season because Asensio is one of the best. I mean, he is such a good center back, and I mentioned this in another video. I'm going to say it again. His timing going to ground is incredible, and that's one of the things you want out of a defender, is a defender that knows when to go to ground and has timing. Well, Asensio's timing is impeccable. When Asensio goes to ground, he always gets the ball. He has a very, very good sense of timing. He's very, very quick, but he's also incredibly robust. I mean, this is not a pushover. He's not a very big guy, but man, he's got this tenacity. He does have a bit of Sergio Ramos DNA in there. Asensio is a blessing, and he has absolutely transformed the season for us. And I assure you that Asensio will be a starting center back for the foreseeable future. You're not going to see Tchouaméni in that position again, I don't think. Mendy. I think Mendy had a solid match, in the one-on-ones. He was not particularly flashy. I mean, didn't go up very much. We always criticize Mendy for not sort of participating enough in attack. But look, this was a match where I think Ancelotti told him to concentrate on defending, and he did that. He did it very well. I think in pretty much every one-on-one situation, Mendy held his ground very, very well. So I was happy with his performance. Fede was just ridiculously good, man. I just don't know what to say about this guy. Like, he has, I don't know if you guys remember the cyclist Miguel Indurain back in, I don't know, like the 90s. And he won, I don't know, 2 or 3 Tour de France, whatever. And he had like this weird genetic condition where like he could, take oxygen more better than other people. And his heart rate was just naturally so low. I think Fede is one of these guys that has a strange physiology about him that he never tires. He runs so much, but he's just never tired. I thought Fede played an incredible game as right back, and it's amazing to me that, I mean, when you watch him play, you think he's been playing this position his whole life. It's just ridiculous. He's so good. His timing, his placement on the pitch, he knows when to gravitate to the middle, he knows when to go back to the right back position. In one-on-ones, you're not going to beat him, and if you're chasing 50-50 balls, he's going to get there first because he's so fast. Again, just a tireless but absolutely wonderful night. Some of the crosses he put in I thought were also excellent. Fede is just one of the greatest, most, polyvalent players in the world. He has so much range. He can play in so many positions, and he had another amazing night. Tchouaméni I thought was really good. And, I know that I've criticized him in the past, especially when he plays center back, but I thought he played really, really well. And I think it's absolutely clear now that Tchouaméni needs to play in the pivot position. We don't need to do the center back thing anymore because Rudiger is back, Alaba is slowly coming back, but we know that Asensio is just unbelievable. This is no longer a coincidence with Asensio, We're like 7 or 8 games in. Every single match, he's phenomenal. This is not a coincidence. This is no longer a gamble. This is now an educated decision, and the educated thing to do is to make sure that Asensio plays as center back with Rudiger. Tchouaméni is very unlikely to play CB again. I doubt it very much because he showed last night that his natural position is that pivot position. And last night he played very, very well. And like I say, the complement with Ceballos is fantastic because, you know, Tchouaméni is more of a positional type player, but Ceballos is a very dynamic, mobile player. And the combination of the two last night was just wonderful. Okay. Jude was just, man, I just love this player. Okay. I just love this player. He has just such an elegance on the ball, and he just protects the ball so well. It's impossible. This guy never loses the ball. I mean, you're very hard pressed to find Jude ever losing a ball. He protects the ball so well. His sense of timing is fantastic. His link-up play was very good yesterday. Yesterday was, again, another one of those games where Jude is not particularly flashy, but he's just so incredibly effective and instrumental in the collective play and in, you know, gluing the midfield and feeding the forwards. I thought he was just fantastic, and he works tirelessly. I mean, this guy just he's one of the most generous players I think I've ever seen in my life in terms of the effort that he gives every single match. He has that